Portland Beer Week is about spreading beer knowledge. It's about getting people excited about beer. It's about the beer community coming together. It's about having fun events in a time of year that isn't so fun.
November, no, not really.
Thanksgiving is just an eating holiday.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
You
Right.
chase your hand and make the turkey thing. Like, that's the extent of activities around Thanksgiving. So why not make some fun times?
Hey everyone, Amanda here. Welcome to another episode of Great Beer Adventure. We are back with our long-form show to talk all about Portland Beer Week. For our national and international listeners, we are talking about the Right Coast Portland, situated in the good old state of Maine. We speak to Allison Stevens of the Thirsty Pig about how and why she started Beer Week. For locals and all of those who can make their way to Maine November 1st through the 7th, we will discuss some of the can't-miss events. For those that can't make it here, we hope you will be able to take away some ideas for your own community, and also that you should start planning for next year so you can come see all the beer we have to offer. We are now at episode 16. That is so crazy. It is amazingly fun to go out and learn that someone listens into our little show. We have giant plans and want to share them with all of you and all of your friends too. Please share our show along and help grow this community. Tell everyone you know to go to greatbeeradventure.com/subscribe. Even if people think that they don't like beer, you should share it with them. Maybe someday, if they listen in, they'll be thanking you by buying you a beer for helping them see how amazing beer really is. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. Now, time for what you all came here for. Take it away, me from a couple of weeks ago. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am sitting here today with Jane and Allison Stevens of the Thirsty Pig at the Thirsty Pig, and we are outside on their beautiful deck, surrounded by climbing ivy and brick walls, and it is a beautiful fall day here in Maine. Welcome to the show, Allison.
Thank you. It is the first day of fall, and it couldn't be nicer.
Yeah, I know. It's officially fall.
Yeah.
I hope it's like this for the next 2 months.
Right?
It's a nice mix, not too cold, not too hot. It feels like this is what fall should be. It will not be like this every day.
Yeah,
here in
and
Maine.
especially this latent sun on the deck here. It's not too bright, but just cozy.
Yeah, it's very nice out here. So this is actually the part of the show where I tell you what I was able to find on Google about you.
Oh, good.
I wasn't able to find all that much, but you are the owner of the Thirsty Pig. I know we've had this conversation, but I couldn't find when it opened on Google.
So we're just about 5 years old. We haven't celebrated our 5th year yet, but we opened in 2012 in the spring. And it was kind of a trickier opening. It belonged to another person that the lease did for 6 months. So I got to change over my name and then became independent of that business and started fresh right in January, but technically I started in May. So it's like we have 2 dates. But yeah, it's been almost 5 years. We just did our 5th summer.
Wow,
Nice.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I did find, I'm hoping this is correct information that I found on Google, you graduated from the College of Charleston?
Yes.
With anthropology?
Yeah, I have a Bachelor of Science in Anthropology.
Now, how does that relate to this?
I went to the College of Charleston to sail, and I picked a major that was interesting. And I picked classes with professors I wanted to take, and I did do archaeology and anthropology for about 4 years after college, but realized I needed a PhD to keep going.
Right,
And also I was trying to fight that I was good at restaurants because I didn't want to do it my whole life, and then I just caved to it and realized that was what my calling was.
Yes. And you told me that you actually came up here from working in a bigger city, correct?
I was down in Florida last, and I had opened before this, I opened a brewery, nano brewery, bakery, restaurant, catering service out of Winter Park, Florida,
Very nice.
for a Shipyard Brewing Company.
For a shipyard brewing company.
For a shipyard in Florida.
Oh, there's a shipyard in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They have 3 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then for Portland Beer Week, I found that 2012 was the first year for that as well.
Yeah. So it might have been 2011 that I opened technically, but 2012 on my books. So,
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
It's okay.
Don't use those dates. Portland Beer Week, I got started right away after finally getting my feet underneath. I wanted to meet the other bar owners in town and get to know people, and I had helped start a beer week in Syracuse, New York, and that was one of the second or third ones in the country, I think. But that was run by distributors, and I saw the big problems with that right away and realized I wanted to do it from a more genuine point of view as a bar owner, so we could get our points across and not be told what to sell, but to do it because we wanted to do it and because it's fun and because we care about the beer.
Excellent. And that's really why we're here today, is to talk about Portland Beer Week. And we will get to that a little bit later in the show. But first, I think it's Jane's favorite part of the show.
Right. Well, because we're here to drink beer.
Yeah.
We talk about it and we drink it too. So you poured a Kennebunk Brewing Company brown?
Yes. I picked the brown right now because it's a great fall style, a little maltier, a little relaxed on the hops right now. But people need a brown still, and because we focus on all local beers, and IPAs are so hot, we've been trying to fill in other styles, so I dug up this old classic and put that on tap. And it's still being brewed because it's still really good.
And the color is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous brown.
Yeah, like a caramelly brown.
Yeah. Some good smells coming right off the top. Light, but there.
It's like 4.5, 4.7% ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's smooth.
You get caramel right away,
Yeah,
but
you
it
do.
is really easy drinking and just refreshing.
Yeah, very much so.
And you brought these smoked turkeys so we could drink.
Yep, we're catering an
with.
event tonight, and I don't think anything goes better with food than beer. So I thought you should have a little bit with it.
And did you do this in-house?
Yep, we smoked this here. We brined it for 24 hours, and then we
nice.
put it in a little smoker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but then try a sip of the beer with
Okay,
that, and
will
it's going to
do.
be like, woo!
Oh, it pops
Yeah.
the flavors.
Smoke and protein, and yeah,
This turkey's delicious.
good.
Even more delicious with the beer, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing that I really love about Thirsty Pig is you seem to be a launching ground for a lot of the local breweries.
I believe in giving everyone a first chance. I've been in sales before. It is not easy. And people come in and need help, and they need someone to say yes. They need to say or be validated that what they're doing is a good idea, because ultimately you can be great at making beer, but at the end of the day, you've got to sell it if you want to keep going.
Right.
And people need places to say yes, and we have such a high turnover of beers that we love saying yes to new people, and we'll always try it and see if it sticks.
There's a lot of breweries that you can only get at your pub in this area in Portland. Like Bigelow, I've only been able to get at your place.
I think our camaraderie within the industry and just being out there and going to events and talking to people and also just saying yes and being excited for them and cheering them on has helped that people want to be a part of me, because I'm helping support them, and then they want to support me with their beers. And then right now it's a really cool thing where if someone's committed to you, they stay committed to you, and they don't just sell everywhere. They've seen the mistakes that the big guys make by saying yes to everybody, and then they can't return the favor to the first guy that said yes to them. Well, what good are they?
Right.
So a lot of people have said yes to us and then keep saying yes to us because we do so well with it, and then don't take on other accounts until they can, which is really cool.
That is a great system, yeah.
And specifically, you specifically helped launch the Bissell Brothers.
Definitely.
It's like a home.
It's more
to
of like
start.
a family. Yeah. So Noah and Peter both worked here for several years, and they wrote their business plan here, and they learned a lot from the customers' wants and needs, and I think they've learned a ton just by understanding the beer business from a bartender and a small business owner's point of view, which is a huge perspective as a part of the equation of their brand.
Right.
what they're doing is not easy, and they needed to know what the people actually wanted, and I think they got a good footing for that here. But obviously, Noah is just super creative,
Phenomenal.
and he has an awesome palate and a great work ethic, and Peter is so creative and so talented. That those two together are the perfect storm and the perfect mess. But
well, isn't that a
it's
storm
working.
as well?
It's working.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
working
sure
well for
is.
them.
Yeah.
And to me, they're family, and it goes both ways. So
Yeah.
it's been neat.
Nice.
One thing that I find in the beer industry here in Portland is that the reason we can hold so many different breweries is because people focus in on something, and that becomes kind of their niche. And I feel like you've done the same thing here with your menu.
Yeah. Well, you're only good at it if you do focus on it.
Right.
There's no point in opening another Applebee's and trying
Ugh.
to please everybody. And
No.
you've got to pick one thing and stay good at it and be good at it. If you keep switching directions of who you are, people will be confused.
Yeah. And then
And
they'll...
you very specifically do
I
sausage.
pick sausage because nothing goes better with beer than meat, really.
Oh,
Right.
I know.
And some of the heavier, saltier meats like pork.
Mm-hmm.
We do the chicken. Right now we're in a really unique position where we are working with the farmers directly and getting the meat slaughtered for us every week. And it's taken me about 4 years to get there, but everything is slaughtered fresh for us the week before we need it, and we bring it in and turn it into these great sausages. And we don't sell it at the price that people do of local meats just because we sell on volume like we do our beer. We keep our prices low for a reason. We want people to afford it and feel comfortable with it and offer the best quality we can. I just hope that they keep wanting it.
And
Yeah,
I
wow,
have
that's
a
good to know.
big question. You have a lot of creative sausages.
Yeah.
Like delicious, amazing, creative ones. Is that you coming up with it? Is there a lot of people? Like, what is the story with the different flavors?
It's fun. You have to have fun every day.
Oh, no kidding.
And so we have the 10 kinds on the menu and then a different special every week. And a lot of those are determined by the chef and myself and the farmer's market and what's going on in the world. So right now it's Oktoberfest, so we're doing a German-style bratwurst today. And, we do the Peeps one at Easter. We try to have fun with it, too, and not take ourselves too seriously.
Wait.
Yeah, marshmallow peeps in a sausage.
Oh!
But if you think about it, it's sugar,
Oh,
you
sure,
know,
right.
and sugar plays with the savory really nicely, so it's really popular. And then we make this turducken one where we do turkey, duck, and chicken. We put the whole Thanksgiving dinner into a sausage and serve it over mashed potatoes with gravy. And it's unbelievable. We did one
Sounds
for
great.
Allagash this summer. They had their Wild Friendship Day, and we really wanted to impress all their guests from Russian River and Cantillon. So we made a lobster sausage, and we put in potatoes and butter, just like you would a lobster dinner, in with the lobster and the pork, and it came out phenomenal.
Yeah. You had a pirate party
fantastic.
with Bissell and Oxbow and Portland Old Port, I think,
Yep.
helped part of that. And you had some crazy ones on that boat.
We channeled rum drinks. We did a rum pineapple sausage and kept it festive. It's just, the sky's the limit,
Great.
really. Making sausage is a lot like making beer. It is chemistry at its most basic level, and you never know until you try it. You stick it in and hope it works. I mean, you know basic ratios, and then you go from
right.
there.
Right.
Yeah. It's
That is fun and creative.
It's super fun.
yeah.
you also
And
you
delicious.
do like you were saying with Allagash, you also did one with Banded Horn, right? With spruce
Yeah,
tips.
they picked the spruce tips for the beer, and we asked them to save some for us, and we put the spruce tips into a sausage. So we love incorporating the beers into the sausages. It makes the brewery feel special. We think it's special. It's a great way to make the beer pairing go even further than just pouring a beer. You know, just taking it to the next level, taking that. We're honored to pour their beers, and we want to show them by taking the extra effort and making something special in our kitchen for them.
Yeah.
It shows the love both ways, you know?
Yeah, I think that's actually a great segue into our second round, where we're really going to talk a lot about this Portland Beer Week, where you start making those connections. Would you tell us a little bit more? I know we've talked about it slightly, but
Yeah, absolutely. Portland Beer Week is about spreading beer knowledge. It's about getting people excited about beer. It's about the beer community coming together. It's about having fun